All right, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to another Bucs franchise as we get into Week 12 against the Panthers, who are leading the NFC South at 6-4. We have a couple things to go over before we get into the game. We don't need to worry about renegotiations. Primarily, we just need to upgrade some players. So first, Carlton Davis is getting an upgrade after reaching superstar developments, getting him up to an 83. And we're just going to boost his man, try to get him up to an 85 if possible, so we can get him some more abilities. And right now he has just outside shade on. I'm still waiting for like deep zone KO and things like that, or some of the route KOs. But Paris Johnson getting an upgrade, and we're going to upgrade just his overall again, trying to boost up his power, getting him to a 77 by boosting pass block power and run block power. And so now we know too that he is star dev. And then Tyree Gillespie, who I've added off of another team's practice squad. We're going to boost his run support, get him up to a 66. And there's a lot of reasons why I like this guy. He is only 24. He's 6 feet tall. He's got 91 speed. His zone is not that great, but his hit power is very good. And his block shed is pretty solid as well. Pursuit's okay. Tackle's okay. But just a young player that can continue to develop as a backup. And he's taking over for Nick Turner, who was put down on the practice squad. All right, first things first, Baker has played really well for us, but we have made the change at quarterback. We've been thinking about it for a while, possibly starting Zach Wilson, and we're going to play against Jimmy G this week, who is repping number 3, but also DJ Moore is not on this team anymore, but we are letting Zach Wilson get the start just to see what we have at quarterback with Zach Wilson. Like I said, Baker has actually played pretty well for us. I'm pretty happy with how he's performed. But we're going to give Zach Wilson the start to kind of just show us what he can do. Again, he's a young quarterback at 24, I believe now, that has star dev. And we can see what he can provide. And if we can upgrade him a little bit, he could become a trade piece. He also could potentially stay the starting quarterback. That is a possibility. Although, again, you guys kind of know if you watch the previous videos that I'm not the biggest fan of Zach Wilson as a player or a person. Jimmy G with some good stats so far, 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. But, so Zach is going to have to really win me over by playing really well. And we'll see if that happens. It's going to be tough. And to start the game, let's see, is there any other adjustments we need to make? So, also, looking at the injuries real quick. We have... Still, Vita Vea is out with the torn labrum. Antoine Winfield is out for this game at free safety with a dislocated wrist, and Irv Smith is still out. At free safety, Eli Ricks is going to be starting. So, as you guys know, right now we are at the bottom of the division, and we're the second worst record in the NFL. The Vikings are the only team with a worse record at 2-9. And can we get the tackle? Finally being brought down to the 50-yard line. Ekwonu is injured, though. I almost said Okonkwo. Like I was saying, we have the second worst record in the NFL, and we are also on a 4-game losing streak right now on the run to the right. Can we actually get there? We do finally pull the running back down. It took about 4 dudes to take Jamal Williams down. But, yeah, like I said, we're on a 4-game losing streak. We started out the season not too bad with 2 wins relatively early on in the season, but have since not won a single game. And that's kind of where we're at. And we've been getting prepared for the draft. I've been doing a lot of scouting. We're playing underneath. They do find the receiver eventually, DJ Moore, with the grab from Jimmy G going on. I think I want to try to get some pressure on Jimmy G. We're going to bring at least Diabate on a blitz. We're going to have Devin White drop into coverage. It's another run, and we're not there. Corker makes him stumble at least, bringing Jamal Williams down. But there's been a development in our drafting. So we have fully scouted Taylor George at this point, and we now know that the top 5 projected QB is not actually a top 5 quality player. Nice tackle by Diabate. We now know that Taylor George is a round 1 to 2 talent as they show the injuries. And so not only is he not a top 5, he's also not a round 1, like a pure round 1 caliber player. He is a round 1 to 2 caliber of player. So is it worth the risk to still draft him with a potentially the number 1 pick, as Jamal Williams carries players again? 6 carries for 40 yards is absurd for Jamal Williams. Again, it annoys me so much how bad our run defense is. I mean, it's not going to be great without Vita Vea, but on another carry, this time a counter, and eventually brought down at the 1 yard line is Devin Singletary, who's the backup, which is pretty interesting. We're going to come out in 4-6 because usually this defense is a little bit better against the run with this many linebackers on the field. We're hard committing to the run, and it is a run up the middle. We're there, and he gets into the end zone, backsliding in for the touchdown to take a 7-0 lead. But what is most likely to occur in when we're talking about the draft is if we do have the #1 pick, we're actually potentially taking Dominique McKenzie, the corner we've been looking at. It's possible that he is actually a generational corner. He has got a lot of really high, grades, a lot of A's, and his tackling is like a B. His pursuit is pretty high. His man and zone's very high. His zone is like a B. But we know he's a man corner, so his man has to at least be a B, but it's most likely an A. And he is off the charts on a lot of his physical categories. The only thing is his Excel is not the best, but he also has got A press. So he could, like I said, he could be a generational corner. Mike Evans, one-on-one, beat his man. Can Zach Wilson actually get the throw off? And he does. The first throw for Zach Wilson is a 60-yard bomb to Mike Evans, who beats his matchup one-on-one. And I don't know why you would leave one of your corners in a situation like that with Mike Evans one-on-one. No safety help. And we do like to run that play a lot with Jalen Hyatt, but we're going to actually fake it this time in play action and see if we can get it to potentially Cade Otton or Godwin. And Cade Otton does look like he's going to be open, and we get it off. Oh, we fit it through a tight window, but Cade cannot hold on to it. And we're going to come out of the same formation, but we're actually going to, on 2nd and 10, we're going to try a QB drop. So Zach does not have the highest speed. I kind of thought he had higher speed than he actually does in Madden. He only has 83 speed, but he's got 88 Excel. On the QB draw, can we get anything? Luckily, he doesn't fumble it at least, but picks up no yards on the carry. And again, like I said, we're continuing to just evaluate what we have at quarterback because, as it turns out, we're most likely not going to be drafting Taylor George with our first pick. So we may look at quarterback later in the draft. We have 2 first-round picks. Right now, we have 5 second-round picks with how many players we've traded away. On 3rd and 10. Oh, Rachaad White was actually kind of there. So we're going to scramble. Can we get there? They're not going to step up, and Zach's going to be able to take it for the first. He fumbles, but goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. His 3rd carry, and using those legs to keep the drive alive. Not much faster than Baker Mayfield, but got a little bit more speed. Definitely a lot more Excel. We're going to see if we can get Godwin on a zig route, and he doesn't really beat his man, and said we try to throw it away. Luckily, it's not intentional grounding, as Myles Murphy, the first-round pick for the Panthers, is falling down, and he's holding his leg. We're going to try a quick pitch with Rachaad White, who is, again, still starting after... He didn't play all that well in the start last week, but he is just the future for us at running back, most likely for the time being. And, again, that's why we're giving... Oh, on the toss, he's got the edge, diving in, he gets in for the touchdown. A big-time toss to the outside, and a great job of blocking on the edge by our tight ends, and a solid play results in the first rushing touchdown of the game for Rachaad White. But yeah, so at this point at 2-8, we're basically just looking to see what young players will be impactful in the future. Who do we need to draft? Who do we not need to draft? Oh my god, we didn't even run commit. What is going on? Why is he so wide open? Garoppolo now 3 for 3 for 54 yards. The defense is looking pitiful right now. We're going to come out in zone because we're getting killed in man coverage. I know it was a man blitz with no sort of safety help, but it's just absurd on a crosser that he's getting that wide open. And throwing it underneath. The Abate's there to make the nice tackle on Jamal Williams, who is impacting the game in every way possible right now. But, yeah, so there's a lot of different QBs that we're still looking at in the draft. Throwing it underneath to their tight end. Brought down the 37-yard line as Jarrett Patterson is holding his, looks like his pec. Yeah, Morrow with his second grab of the game. But we're looking at Bob Berry, who we talked about. We're looking at Colin Wall, who is a little more of a kind of Kyler Murray type of quarterback. We're looking at Juan Northcutt, who is a later pick in the draft. He's a day 3 sort of player, but could develop into a really good player as long as you have really good throw power. Throwing underneath, Eli Ricks got beaten coverage, but Carlton Davis was there to make the tackle. Jimmy G now 6 for 6 at the end of the first quarter. So we gave the start to Eli Ricks at safety, but so far he's been only pretty much a corner. Right now we're in dime. We're going to try it out a little bit. We've been beat so bad passing the football, and I don't know why Carlton just left DJ Moore wide open in his zone, but Jimmy G is now 7 for 7. And so, yeah, like I said, we're looking at Juan Northcutt at QB, who's a day 3 player. We're also looking at Jordan Richards, who's more of a strong arm quarterback, who's a round 3 to 4 player. We got DJ Moore covered. Can we force incompletion? And no, Yusuf Corker cannot make the play on Morrow. And we're going to try, let's see, can we put anyone else in? We're going to try putting Gillespie in. Again, recently signed, and we moved Turner to the practice squad. And so we're going to give him a shot at safety. We're watching DJ Moore. Can we get there? Oh my God, we got there. We still held on to it and caught it. Second touchdown. I don't think Jimmy G has an incompletion so far in the second quarter. All right, this is the second opportunity to see the Zach Wilson and Rachaad White experience on offense. Jalen Hyatt on the return does a good job getting up to the 21-yard line. It looked a lot better than the actual result. We ended up losing 4 yards if we would have just kneeled it. But we're going to try a wide receiver screen with Mike Evans on the outside. Again, pretty similar game plan to Baker Mayfield, not trying to make Zach Wilson make all the throws. I mean, he already had one very nice throw to start the game, but oh no! Oh my God, it almost got picked off. A weird play there, and now Zach is 1 for 4, but like I was saying, we're not trying to make him make all the plays. We're trying to let him be more of a game manager and play within structure. That's kind of like the biggest issue I always hear about Zach Wilson. Jalen Hyatt underneath for the grab. Picks up the first, but there is a flag on the play. But Zach Wilson frequently plays outside of structure. Oh, okay. That works out for us too. Okay, perfect. So we're going to be up at the 47 now. And so, again, we're trying to keep Zach in structure, trying to make him kind of make the plays within the pocket without, not having to extend every single play. Rachaad White on the carry, a big-time carry for him, who has really struggled running the football. Is like we've talked about before, he's better as a receiving sort of halfback, on halfback screens or wide receiver screens sometimes when he's actually slotted out wide, or just running routes out of the backfield. And Hyatt is wide open underneath. Left completely wide open in the zone coverage. Again, Zach Wilson getting an easy opportunity to complete the pass to the rookie wide receiver. And so far, has not been... This defense for the Panthers has not been great. And Myles Murphy may still be out. Again, their first-round pick, the defensive end. We're trying to run with Fournette out of weak as we move Blossom game over, and Fournette loses a yard on the play. On 2nd and 11, still 5 minutes left in the first half. I think the primary goal for us, see Godwin open over the top, holds on to it, a big-time catch, and a good throw from Zach now, 4 for 7. The number one goal for us right now is we have not stopped the Panthers once so far, and every run has been successful, every pass has been successful, so that is going to be our ultimate goal, is to slow them down on their next possession. We're going to try a jet touch pass for Chris Godwin here, with Ko Kieft as a lead blocker with Rachaad White. See if it works out of pistol. And on the carry, Godwin almost broke the tackle, but he only picks up 1 yard on the play, and it counts as a pass technically. But we're going to come out and gun, and I do like Mike Evans to get open on this corner route with Godwin underneath as a good sort of decoy. And we're going to throw it over top. It's not really there, and instead we take the sack. We held on to the ball too long, and that is kind of like one of those issues we were talking about, trying to make a play out of nothing. Sometimes it's better to just get rid of the ball, but we still stay in field goal range. We should be able to make this from the 47, and we do. So now we're down by 4 with 3 minutes left in the first half. All right, we're coming out in nickel. We're giving Eli Ricks a chance to play safety right now. We have Cam Taylor-Britt, the recent player we traded for at corner, finally coming in, getting some action. Jamal Williams on the carry, breaks a tackle or two, picks up 8 on the carry. Now 9 carries for 50 yards and the touchdown. And yeah, the goal is to slow the run down for sure, but they have been passing really well on us as well, and we're going to see if we can slow them down. I apologize in advance if I'm not talking that much on this drive because it's frankly just annoying to get scored on so much by these teams, and so sometimes I really have to just try to lock in and shut them down if possible. But so far, yeah, Jimmy G has been flawless, and the run game has been ridiculous as well. And on this carry from Jamal Williams, can we get there? We do. Finally stopping him for a 1-yard loss, making it 3rd and 8. I'm expecting pass. Could be a run, but we're in man right now. I don't love it. We're going to go into cover 1, and it's a halfback screen, and we snuffed it out. We were there already, I believe, with Diabate, I believe, and so it wasn't really there to begin with, and we got very lucky that they just chose to do a halfback screen on 3rd and 8. Wasn't the greatest idea. And Hyatt on the return still has not gotten a punt return TD so far and will not get one this time. But we started the 31-yard line, which is not bad. And Zach, who has done a great job so far for us, coming back out, leading another drive for this Buccaneers team. And like we've talked about before, this is basically the perfect situation to plug and play a quarterback in with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, 2 great wide receivers. And the only problem with this team offensively, aside from the QB position, is that, we don't have great running backs. I mean, we've got potential at running back for sure, but they aren't currently outstanding running backs. Our tight ends aren't that great. Irv Smith is out, and then the O-line is young and inexperienced and not all that great either, as we throw the incompletion on the slant route, making it 3rd and 8. We're going to try spacing. I'm expecting zone, although it looks like it's man, because we got a lot more DBs, it looks like, on the right side. So we'll see. We're going to send Godwin on a go, and we're actually going to send Cade on an out. And looks like Godwin's open, and it was a little inaccurate, but he still held on to it down at the 45-yard line. Zach now 6 for 10. We have 1 minute remaining, and after this next play, we're going to use a timeout. We're going to try something a little bit unorthodox. We're going to try the double reverse and see if it works out. Godwin. And it didn't work. I don't know, maybe I'm going to just stop and just, take that out of my playbook because that just never works for us. Just never works. But we're going to try spacing out of pistol this time. We tried it earlier, and it actually did work, but we audibled out of it, basically. We got Mike Evans underneath on the out. Can Godwin hold on to? He got his feet in. No, it's going to be 3rd and 16. Now, on 3rd and 16, we're going to come out and gun, and we're going to go into empty and see if one of these corner routes gets open. I think Mike could get open. I don't know about K. Otten. We'll see. Trying to scramble a little bit. We got stuck. Oh, we run away. Oh, Brian Burns is fast enough to catch us, though. We kind of got stuck on our own lineman's back. Picked up 2 yards on the carry, but obviously that's not going to be enough to do anything. We're going to have to punt it away. And I think it was Brian Burns that got injured, or was it? No, it was Frankie Luvu, I think. 35 seconds remaining as we punt it, and we're going to down them. Can we get to it? Oh, man. Down the 20-yard line. Almost pinned them at the 1. All right, we're coming out in base 3-4 right now. They are in empty, though, so they're looking to pass for sure. And they've got Diabate in coverage. We're bringing Devin White, who's actually our leader in sacks, and they throw it deep over the middle. DJ Moore is there, and he is able to get up to the 44-yard line as they use their second timeout. So they're trying to get in field goal range. It was a mistake by us to just kind of think they'd be running the football, I suppose. And now it's 20 seconds left. They have 1 more timeout, and they are close to getting in field goal range. One other adjustment I did make, if you may or may not have noticed it, as we play deep coverage here, and Jimmy's got all the time in the world. He's just going to scramble. And we hit him, and he just kind of falls down. And they're at the 49-yard line now with no timeouts remaining. We're in man coverage, and they're in jumbo, basically, just running it with Jamal. It seems like a weird play, but they're not going to be able to get back to the line. I guess they just decided to give up on it. Oh, are they? Nope, they're not. Okay. But we have now made it so that there's a 5-play cooldown limit. So when I run a play, I cannot call that play again for 5 more plays. So I think that'll add some more variety to the play calling for sure, and hopefully spice up the gameplay a little bit more. All right. Our focus in the second half is, offensively we've been pretty solid, but I'd like to focus on running the football a little bit more with Rashad White, as Jalen Hyatt is taking it out from the 1, cutting it back left. Does a pretty good job of getting it up to the 23-yard line. Again, has not broken one for a TD since the beginning of the season. But we're going to come out here in a jumbo formation with 4 tight ends on the field, and one of them is actually Blossom game. And actually, one of them is an O-lineman as well. This is a very odd formation right now because we are missing Irv Smith. But Rashad White's going to get the carry on the stretch out to the left, cutting it back inside. There really wasn't great edge blocking, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 now. And we're not going to totally give up on the drive by running it again here and only picking up like 2 yards. We're going to come back out passing, out of strong. And we're going to give Mike Evans a shot with 2 high safeties. I don't like it. Godwin underneath, though. Holds on to it for a 6-yard pickup, making it 3rd and manageable. And again, Zach's still doing very solid. 6 for, well, I mean, I don't know if he's 6 for 10. I think he's got like a pretty high completion percentage so far, though. We're going to give Rashad White a chance. And it looks like it's going to be there. Oh, we just needed that one block from Paris Johnson, who wasn't able to get it, making it 4th and 5. Again, keeping the training wheels on right now for Zach Wilson, not forcing him to make any big 3rd down throws yet. A player that, we traded for mid-season and is, I'm sure, lacking in confidence to some extent currently, as well as the Panthers regain even more momentum. And we just don't want to throw any picks with him right now. We want to keep him calm, cool, and collected. We don't want him to become a toxic player in the locker room. And I know that doesn't make any sense that we're playing Madden, right? But like when I think about Zach Wilson, I just think about not even what he's like as a player, but how he's just kind of a dick. And how he was just talking crap about his defense, basically, where the reporter in that one press conference was saying, after the Jets lost that, do you feel like you let the defense down? And he was like, nah, not really. And on the short completion, on the short out, it's going to be an 8-yard pickup. Jimmy G still 11 for 12. I'm not really sure what got into Jimmy G because we have played a lot better against other QBs. So far, Jimmy G is just eating us alive as Jamal Williams gets the carry in the 1st down pickup. Again, Eli Ricks playing back at safety. We're bringing a blitz off the left side out of zone with Diabate and Cam Taylor-Britt. Can we get there? And a short, not a short completion, a deep middle completion is there again. The pressure is not coming through. It's just not. We're bringing blitzes. We're bringing base coverage. No matter what it is, Jimmy G has got all the time in the world to make these throws. And it's frustrating, man. We're in cover 2. We're with Diabate. Trying to get the tackle on Jamal Williams, who finally goes down after picking up 4 yards in the play. Up to 14 carries for 80 yards. And yeah, this team is the best team in the NFC South right now. They are the leader in the division, but the amount of time Jimmy G has to pass the football is, frankly, like ridiculous. Great job there by Logan Hall recognizing the play on the halfback screen and getting there in time. Making it 3rd and 9 now, so we have a possibility of getting a stop here. Holding them to a field goal would be huge. It would make it still a 1-possession game. Got Eli Ricks watching the in, and on the drag, we get there and we get the tackle. But he does fall forward and pick up the 1st, coming down at the 6-yard line. And we trusted our guys to play man coverage, but again, we can only play coverage for so long. It doesn't matter if it's zone or man. Jimmy has all the time in the world to make these throws. Jamal on the run, and we're there to make the stop for only a 1-yard pickup. We're going to come out in 3-4, and this burned us last time, but we're close to the end zone at the 5-yard line. And they look like it's a run anyways out of I form. And we just got to see if we can, let's see, it's play action. We're there. He's got all the time in the world. We're literally on it. He just throws it away. Again, just has so much time to just sit back there, dissect the secondary. The secondary has played pretty well so far. It's just, he's got all day to make these throws, man. Watching underneath, it's not there. Can we finally get a sack? No. Jimmy throws it away again, making it 4th and goal, and it will be a field goal. Yeah, no, I've been upset kind of with the ability to rush the passer as well. We have Montez now, we have Zach Sealer now, and we have, Vita Vea normally, who's out for this game, but Vita Vea is not much of a pass rusher. He is more of a run stopper, I feel like, so, especially because he's so slow, but I don't know. I'm just very unimpressed because, again, Devin White, who does not rush the passer all that often, does lead the team in sacks at like 4.5. And so we may be making a switch on defense a little bit. I've considered switching to a 4-3 instead of a 3-4. I've thought about doing it. I might do it. Seems like 4-3 is better in Madden. And Rashad White on the carry picks up no yards on the play. But, yeah. Otherwise, I'm not sure what to adjust to actually get some pressure on the QB because even with blitzes, we are not getting there. Mike Evans is getting pressed. He's close to X Factor. Let's give him a chance. He beats the press, beats his man, and he's got the safety coming over. He gets the stiff arm off. If only that guy didn't get his legs, CJ Henderson. If only CJ Henderson didn't get his legs, then he had a shot to actually take that all the way. Try a QB draw. And a little bit dangerous as a flag on the play. I wonder if this could be... Couldn't be roughing. It could be... That's holding, yeah. And that's going to set us back to the 42-yard line now on 1st and 20. And that is kind of okay, honestly. We got nothing on the run anyways. We're going to have an extra play to pick up some yards. But out of I form, I wanted to run Rashad White. Just remembered that Leonard Fournette is still our power back. We're going to try play action out of I form, or actually out of strong now. And we're going to see if Mike Evans can beat his matchup one-on-one. And he's got a double team on him. What? Mike Evans is close to X Factor, and it was not Zach Wilson's fault that that was an interception. That is insane. I don't know what to say, man. Right into his hands. Mike Evans makes that catch all the time. And instead, it falls right into their linebacker's hands, and it is going the other way. We had the chance to potentially tie this game. And just lost it there. Bringing a man blitz again. Doesn't matter if we bring a man blitz or not. Devin White's there on Jamal Williams, though. Not getting pressure when they're passing, but when they're running, actually not that bad. 2nd and 12 with 30 seconds left in the third quarter again. That turnover was huge. But in cover 3 right now, dropping back in again, man. Jimmy's got so much time, man. Where is the pass rush? I just traded for all these dudes that, yeah, like, sure, admittedly, Zach Sealer is more of a run stopper. But where is Montez Sweat at, man? He's got 90 speed. He's pretty balanced at the end. And, yeah, he's not like a 95 overall, but, like, eventually, can we get some pressure? It's not like the Panthers have the best O-line in the NFL. Okay, and, oh, my God. In man coverage, Cam Taylor-Britt cannot cover for that long on a drag. And Jimmy is now 16 for 19 for 190 yards and a touchdown. Nothing irritates me more than below-average quarterbacks just going crazy against my teams. There's nothing that drives me more crazy. Jimmy G on the carry. Gets brought down. I just said Jimmy G on the carry. I'm so flustered. I can't even talk. Jamal Williams on the carry gets brought down for a gain of nothing. And making it 2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line now. We're on DJ Moore. Throwing it underneath to Moreau, and White is there to make the tackle. And they don't have a lot of passing yards, but again, the efficiency is absolutely absurd. We're running a zone blitz. We're bringing Diabate. Dropping, oh my God, hey, it's a false start. Okay, it's a false start. I thought for a second that was encroachment. But yeah, it's a false start, making it 3rd and 7. That's huge for us, because if they ran it, I'm pretty sure we're not getting the stop. But it doesn't matter what I run, I feel like. They always just have time to make these throws. It's 3rd and 7. I'm expecting a short attempt. Oh, actually, with 3 receivers on the left. I'm going to play deep with Carlton Davis here. And we're gonna hand off. And on the one-on-one, Eli Ricks. Oh, man. You know, it's tough, man. It's tough. Ekwonu is injured on the play, so that's kind of a big deal for us. But, yeah, if it was Antoine Winfield, I feel like Winfield makes that play with his 90 zone coverage. But, yeah, tough spot for Eli Ricks to be in. Not the fastest corner, obviously. If he had 90 speed, I think he gets there and disrupts the pass. But tough. You know, we played great coverage underneath with Carlton Davis. We gave the handoff to Eli Ricks to kind of eventually play that coverage one-on-one on the go route. And he just wasn't fast enough to run it. And I think that's the biggest problem with him playing, like, kind of last line of defense, sort of, you know, DB or safety, playing deep coverages. He is just not that fast, so he needs to be, like, again, a nickel corner, not playing deep coverage. Godwin on the out, and Godwin got grabbed quite a bit on that play. Will Hernandez looks to be injured, though. And just another bummer, man. Another bummer. 2nd and 10, and it looks like it's, yeah, Mike Evans right now. And Mike Evans actually, we're going to send him on a go again. We're going to send Godwin on a zig. And Mike Evans still is close to X Factor. He beat his man when we throw it over the top. Oh, man. We didn't give him enough time to really run out that route. And now it's 3rd and 10. We're going to switch into a different pistol formation. We're going to try 4 verts, see if this is zone. Godwin's getting pressed on the outside. They get 2 high safeties. Mike Evans, oh, a really inaccurate pass from Zach Wilson. And again, after that interception, it's 4th and 10 now. They want us to go for it with down 2 TDs, and we're going to try it. But after that interception, I feel like Zach has lost some confidence. And again, it was not his fault on that interception. It was right in Mike Evans' hands, and he just dropped it. So it's just tough. Okay, we got over the top. Can we get it off? And oh, thank God Kate Otten held on to it. Zach Wilson stood in the pocket, made that throw. Was not intimidated whatsoever, so I like that. Again, so far we're just kind of testing out what Zach Wilson is capable of, and so far he's impressed me kind of. I'm not going to lie. He's played pretty well. 1st and 10. Got Keefe running a stick and nod, and I don't love it. Gonna throw it over the top. Oh, Kate Otten can't get back to it. Oh my God. Woods gets the interception, and yeah, we were just trying to give, Kate Otten a chance to win this ball one-on-one, but he didn't kind of understand that we were kind of tossing it up to have him go for it. But Woods immediately recognized we were throwing that ball as a jump ball, came back and got the easy interception. Kate Otten was just a step slow. If that was Irv Smith, I think Irv Smith has a shot. But, yeah, no, it's just tough. Good run stop there on Jamal Williams, making it 2nd and 10. If we have Kate Otten running the stick and knot, I would be throwing it to Kate Otten, but we got Keefe running it as our, normally our 3rd tight end, who is way more of a run blocker and, just blocker in general than he is a route runner. Keefe is not the greatest route runner by any stretch of the imagination. Now it's 3rd and 9. We're going to run cover 1, and I'm expecting a pass without a doubt. We're watching the end. Oh, my God. Can we get a hit on him? No. Eventually brought down at the 49-yard line, as Jimmy has only 3 incompletions in the game and 2 touchdowns and no picks. Again, seemingly doesn't matter what defense we run, whether it's man, zone blitzes, man blitzes. Doesn't matter. He just has all day to make these throws. On the slant, we're in cover 2, but DJ Moore is just sitting there wide open. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is probably the most frustrated I've been since playing this series, because this is a game that we should be winning. Oh my God. Eli Ricks gets beat. Getting the hit off down at the 10-yard line, but Jimmy G looks like he's actually Tom Brady. And the lack of pressure is what is the most annoying to me. With 7 seconds remaining before the play, we are going to see what they do. They're just kind of running clock, it feels like. On the interception by Jamel Dean. A huge play. I almost said Jamal. Jamel Dean's going to take this all the way for the pick 6. A huge play, man. Making it a 1-possession game with 2.5 minutes remaining. Finally getting something against Jimmy G. Like, it would be ridiculous if we can't get 1 turnover force on Jimmy G. He's a turnover machine. He loves throwing picks. He loves fumbling the ball on strip sacks. And, yeah, no, it just would baffle me if he has, like, a near 90% completion percentage and, like, 3 touchdowns, no picks. I could not live with myself if we could not force a turnover on Jimmy Garoppolo. But with 2.5 minutes remaining, we got to get another stop. Do we expect them to run it? We do. We are going to come out in 3-4 bear and give this a shot. We're going to have Eli Ricks in deep coverage. Eli Ricks is about the same speed as Jaquan Brisker, so it doesn't matter if we switch to Jaquan to the deep coverage. We have Jaquan more towards the line of scrimmage. Jamal Williams on the carry. Picks up 4 yards on the play, making it 2nd and 6, but we expect another run as we reach the 2-minute warning. And they're just trying to burn time. We got all 3 of our timeouts, so we can afford to get 1 first. Obviously, that's not the goal. We want to get them for a stop here on the carry. Jamal Williams is brought down by Leo Chenal and Logan Hall, making it 3rd and 4. We're going to play cover 2 hard flat. They're in single back. It looks like it's definitely going to be a run, but we're not run committing. Could be a pass still. We don't get burned by that. And it is a stretch to the right. We're there immediately, and we're calling timeout. 4th and 7, a minute and a half remaining. We have a chance to potentially tie. And we'll see what we can do. Hecker on the kick. Hyatt is fielding it from the 25, and we're going out right. And he's got the speed to get upfield. Good block on the edge, and a great return by Hyatt up to the 46-yard line, using that speed to get the edge on the Gunners at the beginning of the return. 1st and 10. We said we're going to run it more. We really have not run it all that much at all. Going to run Rachaad White here on this play, though, out of pistol. And why don't we run it? It's because it doesn't work. It doesn't work to run the football. 2nd and 9 now. I like this play for Godwin to get open. He is open over the middle. Or not over the middle, but in the seam at least. We're going to call a timeout. There's 40 seconds remaining. I want to give a play to Zach Wilson that is going to allow him to make an easy pass and not require him to make a big-time throw. And so I'm going to try, let's see, yeah, we got a bubble screen, RPO. Hyatt could get wide open if this is zone coverage. It looks like it might be man. It is zone, it looks like. Hyatt's got a good block from Mike Evans and gets out of bounds at the 15-yard line, making it 2nd and 1, but we're very manageable. We're going to run Rachaad to the left on this play if we can. And we can't audible it, so we're going to have him run right still. Running up the middle, picks up the easy first, and we're going to call a timeout. Now that we have the first down, we're going to start looking for passes for sure. We're going to come out in pistol, and I do like this spacing play again. We've run it once before, and we're going to see if Mike can get open. If not, I think Godwin may be open. He's got the one-on-one to the outside. He has the route basically ran for him, but he catches it anyways. A huge throw by Zach Wilson, leading Chris Godwin, back left shoulder. A great ball. And for whatever reason, the DB did not try to make a play on the ball, try to get a tip on it at all. And yeah, no, an outstanding throw in the pocket by Zach Wilson for sure. Now, 25 seconds remaining. Look, in the interest of tanking, and I'm not going to lie, we're going for this. We're trying to win. So I'm not going to try to mess this 2-point conversion up. But in the interest of tanking, we are going to put ourselves in a difficult situation and not go to OT. We're going for the win right now. And we're looking for Hyatt. Nothing's really there. And, I mean, nothing was open. We got pressed out of our minds in man coverage. Nothing was there. Every route was just completely boxed. And Brian Burns gets through easy on Tristan Wirfs for the pressure. Looking at the stats, Jimmy with a near-perfect performance, except for the 1 pick 6 he threw. And Zach Wilson, feel bad for him a little bit. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. One of the interceptions was not his fault at all. And it's just tough. Had a, not an ideal first performance. But, I mean, this is why we're playing him, just to kind of see what he can do. Running the football, 8 carries for Rachaad White. Had 1 touchdown, but average 2 yards per carry wasn't great. And obviously Leonard Fournette, 1 carry for a loss of 1. Receiving, Cedric Tillman going crazy out of Tennessee. And that is Jalen Hyatt's teammate. And so Mike Evans with 2 grabs for 98. Would love to have seen more consistency, more volume in catches. Chris Godwin, 6 catches for 86 and a touchdown's very solid. And Jalen Hyatt had 3 grabs for 30. And defensively, Devin White did a very good job along with Diabate. And look at all the sacks we got, man. Look at all of them. None. We got 1 interception from Jamel Dean. That was the pick 6. And we had no forced fumbles. And obviously we had the 1 defensive touchdown from Jamel Dean. Well, we went for it. We tried to get the W against the Carolina Panthers. They were 6-4. We were 2-8, and we took a shot. We took a shot of trying to win it on the 2-point conversion. We didn't get it, unfortunately. Brian Burns came up with a huge play. And again, the receivers were completely boxed. No one was even open. We didn't even get a pass off. But we fall to 2-9. The Panthers move up to 7-4. And, 2 wins on the season out of 11 games is pitiful. But we are getting just 1 game closer to eventually getting to the draft. And that is what I'm most looking forward to get some talent on this team. Because, not too long ago, 2 seasons ago, we were winning the Super Bowl. But now we are, at the bottom of the NFC South by far. The Falcons are even 2 games ahead of us, which is absurd. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed watching. I will see you in the next video in Week 13 when we take on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. But for those of you who stuck through the entire video, thank you so much. And tell me what you're most looking forward to in this series. And I will see you in the next one. Peace, you guys.